In the first video, we talked about reimagining the in-person event. So now let's talk about number two, creating an event that's a hybrid. That means that it is in person and virtual. See, hybrid events can blend the best of both worlds. Many organizations are on the cutting edge of learning what works and what doesn't for these dual experience type fundraisers. Roundup River Ranch had a nice surprise during 2020. Roundup historically held a large gala of over 250 attendees in a big, huge tent outside, and they would raise close to $1 million. When they decided to try this hybrid model, they kept their expectations low because they just didn't know how it would turn out. Each of the sponsors was sent an event in a box. It contained a letter and a brochure that described the event. Then each sponsor was given the opportunity to create whatever kind of experience that they wanted. Each one invited people, or they were given a list of people to invite with no more than 50 in attendance so that it could keep the regulations that were in place at the time, that they didn't violate any of those. And some people chose to have it in their house or some on their patio, and some even rented a restaurant. There were over 25 different locations where the event was held. Each house or the restaurants or patio had a catered dinner delivered to them. When it was possible, they had either staff, board members, or volunteers that attended at each location. They had to turn down volunteers for events because there were so many who wanted to be a part of it. How often does that happen that we have volunteers knocking down our door? So most of the program that they presented that night was pre-recorded with interviews and stories of their campers, donors, executive director, board members, and volunteers. The auction was the only part of the event that was live. It appeared on television and computer screens at each of the locations real time. The magic was that at each place, people were bidding and seeing others bid at the same time, which it created that kind of excitement of being at a huge gala. This event was highly successful. They raised more at that event than they had at their in-person events in the past. It was so successful that they will do it again because it was so fun, so economical, and so well received.